What is going on, everyone? This is Dom here from the Mafia. We're just going to be going over my 3-0 local winning Reiju deck profile today. Been having a lot of fun playing this leader. If you don't know what she does, once per turn on your turn, if a Don is returned to your Don deck, you can draw a card. So it's pretty powerful effect alone. So we're gonna go over the deck profile right now. So right off the rip, we have 4 of Vinsmoke Reiju. We call this like the baby Reiju. This card is one of the best cards that we can play. Basically just enabling your big Reijus and really powerful. You get to draw 3 usually. So really powerful card we get to play. And that'll lead to the 4-drop Reijus that you get to play off of them. Your typical Germa 66 package, guys. 4 and 4 of those. And then we also have 4 of the Ichijis. This is the best big card you could play, like the big, little baby card that we're able to play. It enables you to drop this card right here, the Ichiji, the big Ichijis, the Rush, the on-play Rush. So we also have 4 of those as well. So we're going 4, 4, and then, like I said, 4 of the Reijus and 4 of the big Reijus. The only the only cards that we don't have 4s of in the deck is actually this card. The Niji. We actually only are playing. I only play 3 of them. Pretty standard in the list. I'm pretty sure everyone's only playing 3 of them right now. As well as the big version. Yeah, but pretty powerful effect. Bounces or KOs. Bounce the 4 and KO the 2 or less. So very powerful. It came in clutch in my match that went to time, actually. When we went to turn against a red yellow Sabo today. Just playing around his triggers out of life. Like he had I think he had like 2 Kikus in life and nothing on board. So I swung at him and I was able to play around his life. This card actually probably won me that game just because I was able to play around his life so well, being able to attack so he could get the triggers and put the trigger on the field, put the Kiku on the field, then leave Don up for this to play, and then bounce the Kiku to hand, just no counter in hand. It was actually really clutch for me today. Like I said, game winner. And that is the that's most of our Germa 66 of Vinsmoke family package. The only other card is Judge. Judge is actually he was the MVP for me today. Against Sabo, my match that went to time. I was able to, I think I'm not entirely sure if I played. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Did get to play Judge. It was my second last turn. I got to play Judge. He actually, the Sabo player actually played board the turn before I played Judge, and he was KOing all of my big creatures, the big Germa Vinsmoke family creatures, and I knew I was going to be able to get them back with Judge, so I basically just let them all go to the trash, so I was able to get them back. But what Judge does is on play, you Don -1, and then you have to trash 2 cards from your hand, right? And if you do that, you get 4. Basically, what he does is he lets me play 3 of the babies from trash, I believe it is. from trash, 4,000 power or less, like baby from the trash, and just put them into play, all of them. We only play 3, obviously, so we can only do 3, and you put them all into play, and obviously you're going to get every single one of the baby's effects off of the judge drop. We call it the judge drop. Not a lot of people survive the judge drop. So if you play this against your opponent and they survive, they're obviously doing something right. you know? So that's judge. Also, and I find this very relevant against Jewelry Bonnie players, you could also activate main once per turn on your turn and Don -1 and actually rest one of your opponent's Don cards. So this is actually very, very relevant against Jewelry Bonnie players that are always leaving 1 Don open to rest your characters. So I'm usually on my turn, I didn't play a Bonnie today, obviously, but when I do and I get to play Judge, I play him and then activate his main to actually rest the Bonnie's Don. So it actually, like, it makes Bonnie, like, not Bonnie. Like, it's just a generic leader once you play Judge, because you're able to rest their Don. So they actually have to leave 2 open instead of 1, which might mess their turns up and ratios up and all that. So very, very relevant card. And if you have him in hand, you could also play up to him. That's what I've been learning lately, just playing up to Judge. You don't always have to keep minusing your Don and such. You could actually play... we didn't get to the Foxy package yet, but you could actually play cards like the new 2020 Chopper that gets you a Don, and just like pass turn and manage your Don efficiently. That's another reason why I love this leader so much. I was an RP Law player, and I just love managing Don and like going down on Don, getting special effects and such. I just find it very, very an intriguing playstyle. So I switched to Reiju, and I've been having a lot of success with it. I have 1 top that we're talking about today, and I think I've went 4-2 in my other tournaments, 2-1 and then 2-1. My first tournament I lost against a black-yellow Luffy. It was extremely close. Unfortunately, we did not see our Ichijis. So we weren't able to like attach Don to our other characters and attack efficiently when he's a 9,000 power leader every turn. He was just playing his Moria, his Sabo loop. But that's the only matchup I feel is really 50-50 with Reiju. Obviously, the elephant in the room, guys, it folds to Law. Like, we're losing against Law. If you don't see the Porsche that we're going to talk about, and you have to draw very well. And I basically like accepted, okay, our leader's not very good against one deck. We're going to cut our losses. Like, it's perfectly okay. It doesn't mean you can't play the leader. And that's what I've really taken the gamble of. Like, there was a red-purple Law in the tournament earlier that we won today. And yeah, we dodged them. That's the risk that you're playing. But you could also see your perfect curve. You could see Porsche and all your other stuff so that you're able to beat them. The Law player is obviously going to go down on Don, and like basically counter our deck. But it is what it is, you know. It's, if you have a lot of Law players at your locals or wherever you play, I don't recommend playing Reiju. If you do have Law players and play Reiju, I would recommend teching in the 1-drop Sanji that on play negs you a Don, and you get to draw a card. Just a very powerful turn 1 play against Law. Just keep murdering your Don. Just basically see who can murder their Don faster. Personally, I only have 2 Law players at my locals that I go to, so I'm pretty comfortable playing Reiju. And if I run into them, I run into them, and we'll play it out. We'll play our vanilla cards with no effects and just try to play for board. Or yeah, that's basically what we have to do, and it's fine. But the card that turns the entire deck on, Germa 66, or I mean Kingdom of Karma, my bad. Stage, it's pretty. Well, you tap stage. So ideally on your first turn you get it. You tap stage. You can trash a card from your hand, and then you search your top 3 for a Gurma card, and most of the deck is Gurma, so if you whiff, which happens, I've whiffed twice today, guys. It does happen. Then it is what it is, but if you have this, it's like we're extremely, extremely strong into everything besides law. And if you get this, it turns the entire deck on, right? Because you're trashing a card, searching your top, you trash your big boys, your big Gurma boys and girl, Reiju. And that's where you want them anyways. Those cards in the trash, and you're digging for the babies or counter cards. So it basically turns the entire deck on. We do mulligan hard for this unless you just draw the nuts. Like you have a Porsche, a little ETG, a big ETG, or a bunch of Reijus and little Reijus and big